When I first came to you guys, when I say you guys, I mean Carly, Mary, and Holly. Holly, Mary, and Carly. Mary, look, I'd put them in whatever order my mind gives them, but it's a flat
I like
hierarchy.
how you did that, how you reordered.
It's a flat hierarchy, y'all. There's no, yeah. Fill for you. The first thing I asked was like, how do I come up with a SMART goal for how can I see SMART is what? Specific, measurable, attainable. What is R? T is timely. R is like, oh, let's just forget about R. But the question was really, what will happen to me over time and commitment to this practice in a way that's noticeable and observable, partially so I can show that to an audience. Like, this is the benefits of yoga. This is how your body and mind will change through yoga. And I've asked you guys, I've asked other yoga instructors, it's not an easy thing to come upon.
That's really tricky. So if you're looking at the philosophy and going back to yoga as a cessation of fluctuation of the mind, which is Yoga Sutra 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the first pada or the first book and the first verse. And then you look at the ones that come after that. It sort of really briefly says, like, this is the outcome, right? Or this is how you get there. And what it says is the seer will be established in their own true nature. So when you do these practices, you'll be established in your own true nature. You'll see yourself. Is that possible? I think so. But is that measurable?
To see yourself, to behave and act and express in the world in a way that's more in alignment with your true nature.
If you're looking at it as like modern, I think yes. This text is thousands of years old.
Mm-hmm.
So it's speaking to people who were not living a householder life like we are, right?
Yeah.
These are people who were just practicing yoga, just sitting in meditation.
That's all they were doing.
Right, exactly. But, also yoga, in my opinion, is a living tradition, right?
Right.
And we have to be aware that we're not living that way. We are living in the world. We are living in our homes with our families or in our jobs and interacting with all kinds of, interfacing with all kinds of different people. And so if we're looking at it through that lens, then yes, I think that if one can start to see who they really are, right, which is so hard to do for so many different reasons, then hopefully we can interact from that place, from that perspective.
Who we really are. That's a difficult one. Like, when? I imagine before the world kind of influenced us.
Yeah. So it's sort of like the analogy I use sometimes is you're born and, you're free and you don't have any of these impressions, or in yoga we would say like samskaras, right?
Samskaras, yeah.
Like impressions on your consciousness, and your family and your school and culture, right?
Yeah.
Society starts to build like a box around you, and you have to fit inside that box because that's what we do, right?
Or a cage, y'all.
Right. And so the yoga practice is sort of a way to start to dismantle that box.
So right? You can express more freely.
Yeah, you sort of like push away at the box and break it down and take pieces off of it so that you can remember who you were, which is really who you are, right? It's also, I say a lot, it's a practice of remembering.
Yeah. And we need that. I mean, why do we force everybody into boxes when what we really find beautiful in the world is pure expression and creativity and fun and play? And at the same time, part of us must not like that. Well, because we want the house to be quiet when we have a headache. Or I imagine all the things happen through some natural kind of process. I guess I just went in my parenting brain.
Yeah, well, and when you said that, I flashed to my own child and like this morning she was up early and just sweet as sweet can be, but like so loud,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then when you're like, damn it, I'm still resting. Does she get the message that she needs to not be? There's got to be some both and here. Ugh. But we're all going to get messages from our primary caregivers, from the world, that we need to tamp down things that are exuberant and creative and colorful and fun and wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need that wildness. I think we need both, I guess.
Yeah, there's a balance in all things.
That's the middle
The
way.
middle path.
Middle
Yeah.
path. So I'm honing in on, after a yoga practice, there might be more stillness of the mind. There might be more balance or resilience in your mind.
Yeah. I hope so. That's my hope.
Because at first I thought, oh, I'll be able to get deeper into a stretch.
I mean, I think those are side effects.
Side effects.
Really great side effects.
Yeah. I'll be
really wonderful side effects that I love and I love to share.
I'll be stretchier.
Yeah.
I'll have more flexibility. And if I wanted to demonstrate that, I could just be like, well, here's how far I can bend down, or here's.
And also, in the West, that's the way that we have translated yoga. That's the way we've marketed yoga. That's the way we've consumed yoga, myself included. And I think that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Whatever gets people to take the medicine.
I mean, that's what got me there.
Yeah.
Like I shared before we were recording, like I wanted to move my body and I wasn't really sure how I wanted to move my body. I just knew that I needed to move my body.
Yeah. And so taking the forms and the shapes and doing it, it's going to happen.
I mean,
it did happen to you the first time.
For me.
Yeah, the first time.
Yeah. And then I think like some people just want to move, right? And that's their intention. Like they just want to come into a yoga class and move their body, and that's fine. Like it's again, like it's not my business what people want from a yoga practice unless they want to talk to me about it. Then I'm open to hearing and supporting. But if someone's coming in and I don't know anything about their intention and they just want to move their body, great. Like I hope they get what they need. Mm-hmm. I'm open to that. But I think often what happens when someone practices consistently, over time, they start to see something different, right? Something like taps them on the shoulder and is like, hey, it's not just that. Like there's more than that. And there's more to be curious about than just moving your body and working out.
Yeah. That makes sense.